Hello, my friends, and welcome to Chat with a Homie. Hi, I am Ari, the homie that you're chatting with. There's been so much happening in life. Just to give people a rundown, so like you can know if I'm your people, if we're soul family or some type of stuff, right? But I'm a very neurodivergent single mom of two, about to be three. I'm like 9 weeks pregnant, and I want to just share my journey in healing my demons, especially as they arise, doing the shadow work that really doesn't feel good, and just choosing to look at things in a different point of view instead of staying in sadness and brokenness when I'm called to higher, just like you. There's been so much happening in life. I feel like so much constantly happening. Just last year, my girls and I were homeless, and things have moved to a place where now we're stable, and we have a place to live, and that's really beautiful. I am not working right now, which does concern me. People don't want to hire a pregnant person. This is my third kiddo, so I'm sure I'm showing a lot earlier than I used to, than I'm used to. But yeah, there's been so much process happening, wanting things to work with the father, but also just we're too different. And that's okay. I think creating room to honor that is beautiful. It is a process because they want to be involved. At the same time, we view things differently. Like, they're okay with spanking. I don't spank my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're very affect and stoic, and I'm very free-spirited and out there. If you hear my kids, again, I'm a single mom. My kids are always with me usually, so welcome. Welcome into my little cozy corner of my room, where I'm just trying to process a lot of things. And again, Spirit's been calling me to a state of being at peace, having to face, honestly, the weird stigma in my own mind of like, who's gonna want me? Like, I have 3 kids, all have different dads, like, and yes, there's so many more bigger fish to fry, but my whole heart is about like raising my kids in community, raising my kids with a partner, and Spirit's been just dealing with me on that and being like, kind of, but like, you can't just make people like, you're not gonna align with everyone. I think you're really weird, you're very spiritual, you're very kooky, you're very psychic, you're very neurodivergent, it's the bipolar one, it's the borderline, it's the PTSD, it's the ADHD, severe anxiety, severe fucking anxiety and depression. Excuse my language. I will refrain from swearing as much as I can. But it has been really, like, the journey is so deep and so much has been coming up, and just also trying to find ways to support myself. And then also, like, I just know I'm not called to live a life that looks like how everybody goes about living their life. So it's been a really weird tornado of like having to trust, and having to sit my butt down, because literally and physically my body can't be on go right now. It can't be just trying to figure everything out just because my brain's like, oh crap, all of this is happening. It's like, I can't do that. And I do fear sometimes, like, going back into homelessness. Like, I don't want that. I don't think that's definitely not my story. Spirit has delivered me from that. My ancestors have delivered me from that with specific intention and purpose. And now it's trust and create the life that you've been called to create. And I think that's also some of the scariest things. Like, if God could bring in this place to live out of nowhere, God could bring me a job, God could get me out of the shelter with my kids, like, get me out of the house with love my family, but we could be it's toxic when we're all together. It's not good. I just can't be too close. And that's not to shit on them. I mean, excuse me, that's not to poop on them. But that is to honor the fact that, like, that's just what's coming up, you know? It's been hard. And I'm having to sit with the fact that I have all these emotions. I'm really grateful because I got myself in therapy, and that just feels like a beautiful step in the right direction. And just like having to process all these things, and then also doing this pregnancy so different. Like, I'm so used to being, again, very weird toxic family dynamics, really enmeshed, and so having a lot of support, and in some seasons not able to perform as a mother because I really had a lot of mental health concerns. And if those go unchecked, if you don't have the proper tools and resources to deal with those things, like, they're going to fester, they're going to pollute, they're going to do what they do without work, continuous work and dedication. Like, y'all, I had to get myself diagnosed with ADHD because that's what I have. I have a lot of things, but I had to do that so I could get my medication, which I can't be on right now, which has been a journey. But there's so many things I can't even express in one video, and I'm not gonna try. Spirit's like, no, just stay on task. I had to go to parenting class. I had to go back to therapy some more, therapy again. Don't honestly stop doing therapy. It's so good for us, right? And just, I'm very much a conscious person, and like, I'm aware of what I have to do and how I have to do it, but then I end up intellectualizing my feelings and my emotions. I'm also on the spectrum, I was talking to my therapist, and she's like, yeah, but your friend was right. Like, I wouldn't go get that diagnosis because it's not going to be helpful for you. Like, it's not going to honor you in this season like you think it would. It's not going to provide you any new resources as an adult with a late diagnosis. Like, it's not going to do anything for you. You can know that, and we can work on that. So having to honor that too, and also seeing that within my second kiddo, and having to process that, and it can be really hard. Like, y'all, I'm doing this by myself, and I am sometimes so scared and really sad because I don't want to do it by myself anymore. And I really need more help and support. But like, the way that I'm doing it, Spirit's like, you gotta just pray, and you gotta trust that I'm gonna bring in your soul family, that I'm gonna bring in your team, that you have angelic help and support, that you are divinely protected, because I am. And also, one thing I learned, being a very intuitive soul that works very closely with spirit, is like, I can't be that close to everyone. Not everyone is meeting me well. Not everyone wants to help. Not everyone, like, people, the world can be very dark. And I'm not here to be like, the world, that's all the world is. But it has been very hard to adjust in this lifetime. Like, I'm not from here. I'm not from here. Like, people see me and they can just tell I am not from here. So this whole adjusting to humanity and adjusting to Earth, although I love Mother Gaia, I love the planet Earth, even though we single-handedly are just destructing her as humans, neither here nor there. Literally, it's been so much. And there's so much on my mind. So, like, honestly, I hope that these videos attract people who are healing, mothers who are also neurodivergent, star seeds that are still trying to find their way and process this lovely planet in which the energy is very yucky and gucky and dense and heavy and sad. And I'm learning my toxic trait is that I can't just heal people. Like, I can want that for them. I can see them because I'm a seer. I come from a line of seers. Like, I can see them. I can see where they could be. I can see that, but I can't force it. That's not my assignment. My assignment's me, and that's already that's a couple million handfuls to deal with, to heal, to process trauma that belongs to me, trauma that doesn't belong to me, trauma. There's a lot. So I'm excited to go on this journey with y'all. I'm excited to share. I hope that this again is a blessing in the sense of like we build community here and we realize that we're not alone. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about mental health and process and journeying and shadow work and star seed vibes. I do a crap ton of readings. People are always surprised when they're like, oh my God, that was really spot on. Like, how did you know? And I'm like, oh, listen, I'm an energy reader and this is what I do here. Like, and sometimes, I mean, to whom much is given, as I have many gifts, much is required. And I'm a Gemini with a Cancer moon and a Libra rising. And I like to clickety clack on the DAX spiritually and find out. I will investigate humans. Oh no. Okay, we're back. I will investigate humans, people, places, and things. Like, the lighting just shifted. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna maybe that spirit saying it's time to close it up. So I'll see you next time on this journey. We're gonna be getting deep because that's where I like to go. And I think that sometimes we get so confused just because of our outer shells and this physical vessels that we find ourselves inhibiting, thinking that we have to or that we are to be these certain ways because people view us these certain ways when that has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, have an amazing day. Take care of your sweet selves. You deserve love. You are love. And I'm proud of you. Proud of you for existing. Proud of myself for existing. I'm gonna laugh out. Have a great one. Bye, friends.